I'm not saying compromise on the sleep or compromise on the rest, but if we have a long working day from morning till evening or from afternoon till late night, and we crave for that rest, sometimes just taking a minute or two in between to shift the gears of the body, shift the gears of the mind, can give that body that rest. And sometimes, instead of doing the same thing over and over again, we can just change the work we are doing, and that can be very restful and give the body that rest. All of us have rhythms, different rhythms in different contexts. There's a rhythm for sleep and a rhythm for action. There's a rhythm for when the mind is the freshest for certain kind of work and when the mind wants to do something else. And that's a rhythm, the rhythm of the body clock as well. And some of us are much more productive in the late afternoons, evenings, or even in the nights. And some of us are really very bright and, alert right first thing in the morning. So those are again different rhythms that we have. There are rhythms for eating and resting from taking a break from eating. We have rhythm for summer, winter. We have rhythm for different actions that we do, like especially for women, we have our monthly cycle, which is again a rhythm of the body. And the body does a lot of work behind the scenes, and that impacts our thinking, our actions, and what is most comfortable for us at different times of the month. So we have all these different rhythms that are going on more or less simultaneously. So the question then is, how do I know what rhythm to honor at this point in time? All these different things are happening. What is the rhythm that I need to honor? And the complication comes because if I am sharing my living space with somebody else, and they have a different rhythm, how do I honor my rhythm while allowing them to honor their rhythm? So, for example, I am most alert later in the day, and my husband is most alert first thing in the morning. So, how do we honor that rhythm without upsetting our balance? At the same time, finding time to do things together. We have to pick a time that is mutually helpful to both of us. And this COVID, I was just reflecting on this pandemic, and the COVID has actually hit the reset button on the rhythm of the entire world. So that is a global rhythm that is happening. All of us have been impacted. There's no country, no group of people that have not been impacted. So everybody around the world is got this change and shift in rhythm that is being enforced on all of us due to the situation in the world. So we have to very, very quickly come to grips with this change in the rhythm and how it has impacted me. And I'm sure it has impacted so many different people similarly. Is this that firstly, after figuring out what is happening, many people have really taken to the Zoom and online training and signed up for training that would normally not have been possible for us because it's all available online. We don't have to travel. We don't have to clear our calendar in terms of travel, change in time zone, figuring out the hotel cost, figuring out the travel cost. None of those things are there. It's just paying for the course. And what that has happened is most of the courses are in US time zones, except a few. So it's really changed the rhythm in which we are working. So if we have signed up for a course which is 3 day, which is in US time zone, our rhythm changes for 3 days, and then we have to come back to what is our normal working rhythm. So these things are all happening over the last 1 year to 15 months, even longer. So In all these different situations, how do I then take time to honor my rhythm of rest, of activity, of taking time out for myself, my eating time zones? What are the things that I can do to honor those rhythms? What I feel is our body is an amazing miracle, and it is there to help and serve us as long as we are able to understand and listen to the clues that the body is giving us. And very often, even for rest, just a change in what we are doing and a change in how we are doing something itself can be very restful and can give us the rest that we need. I'm not saying compromise on the sleep or compromise on the rest, but if we have a long working day from morning till evening or from afternoon till late night, and we crave for that rest, sometimes just taking a minute or two in between to shift the gears of the body, shift the gears of the mind, can give that body that rest. And sometimes, instead of doing the same thing over and over again, we can just change the work we are doing, and that can be very restful and give the body that rest. So, one thing that I have been experimenting with, and it has really worked for me, is taking a 1 to 2 minute break to tune in into the body. And that's very, very restful. And I have shared this before in another Facebook Live many months back called the micro silence. And this is what I'm going to share today is slightly different. It is about focusing on the senses and focusing on the breathing. And this, if it is done 1 to 2 minutes every few hours, gives an amazing ability for the body to adapt to whatever rhythm it is on. And when we have to change, it gives us that ease of change, because our body, just like all of us, mentally, emotionally, there's a resistance to change of any kind. Even if we know the change is good, we are already settled in this rhythm. It's an inertia. It's difficult to change the rhythm. So in these situations, if I am able to support my body in changing that rhythm to whatever I want it to be, or listening to the body and saying, okay, the body needs to change, but my mind is really geared up for something else that I've been doing before. How can I support my body and my mind to make that change? So this is a 2 minute exercise. If you're not driving and if it is comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes and straighten your back. Just tune in into the body. And if it is possible to just place your feet on the ground, that is good. If you are sitting in a chair or if you're sitting cross-legged, that's good too. So feel the ground, feel the pressure of the body. And whenever you're ready, you can close your eyes. Focus on the breathing. And as the mind keeps drifting, bring it back to the awareness of the breath. How does the breath feel? The temperature. How far can you feel the breath going into your body? Are you aware of any difference in the amount of breath that is going in between the different nostrils, left and right? Just focus on the breathing. Temperature. Is there a difference between the temperature of the in-breath and the temperature of the out-breath? And when the mind drifts, slowly bring it back to the breath again. And with this awareness of the breath, we're going to add one of the sensory awareness. For today, we'll pick sound. With your eyes closed and with your awareness on the breath, add another dimension to your awareness, which is listening to the sounds around you. What is the sound that you can hear which is farthest away from you, out somewhere on the roads beyond your house? And then shift that awareness to the sounds around you. I can hear my fan. Maybe you can hear that over the microphone as well. You can tune into my voice. And if you are aware of the sound of your own breathing, just be aware. No judgment here, no decision to make. Mind keeps going away on something else, bring it back. And as you do this, you can start shifting gears between awareness of the breath and awareness of the sounds. Just being aware. And at some point, as you are alternating between awareness of breath and awareness of sound, you will start becoming aware of both simultaneously. And when that happens, that is an integrated awareness of two different dimensions. It's a little difficult to hold an integrated awareness, but with practice it becomes possible. And it is this integrated awareness of two things or more that quickly shifts the mind, quickly shifts the brain, and the body. And whenever you are ready, you can open your eyes. And if you are able to do this regularly through the day, you can shift easily your rhythm from one to the other. If I'm doing something that is physically very demanding, and then I need to shift gear to something that's mentally challenging or creative work, just adding this in between will allow that shift to be very effortless, very easy. That is what I have for today in terms of honoring the rhythms of the body. Pick up any one way in which you want to use your breath or any of your senses. Focus on it for a minute or two, and that allows the shift in rhythm to be easy and effortless. That's all I have. Thank you for joining me. This is Nirmala Shekhar signing off. Bye bye. Namaste.